Hi, my name is JoAn and I live in Dorchester. I started my internship here at Cytonome at the end of my time at Boston University. My goals going into the internship was to gain real life experience. I did my clinical and I thought, well, I have the background, I'm an older person, I have work experience, good work experience, and I did my clinical, so that should be enough with my degree. And I realized as I started interviewing that I needed industry experience. When I came into Cytonome, from I walked into the door, I knew this was it. And I hoped that they wanted me. It took me 5 minutes to decide that I wanted to be here. The fact that it would have worked, they're working on a therapy that would have been beneficial for my daughter's cancer, I just knew that everything that I started was finally coming together. And that's probably why I had the hiccups come along, because I needed to be in this program, I needed to be in this place. So it was really, really exciting. After the dust settled, we were given scholarships to a high school in her name, and I just felt like it really wasn't, I really wasn't doing what she needed me to do. I wasn't memorializing my daughter. And I called my best friend, it was Thanksgiving, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go back to school. And my friend said, do it. And that January, I walked into RCC, and here I am today, And that was 2009. And since then I've gotten my associates, I got my bachelor's, and I'm completing my master's. And I would not have ventured on to do my master's if I did not get into the program of Mass Life Science. The support, the financial support that Mass Life Sciences gave Cytonome allowed them to keep me, and I did 2 cycles of internship here. When I came here and I started my internship, we were in the middle of validating our vendors. I have background in materials, in operations and vendor management, so I was tasked to look at the vendors and to gather the information. And I thought, okay, they probably want me to do a little spreadsheet, put the information. They actually allowed me to call vendors, speak to vendors, scrub data to look and to pull out information that would help qualify or disqualify them. Look at their purchasing practice. Look at if there's any 43s, which is a warning notice from the FDA on these companies, which I would never ever have the opportunity to do at an entry level, because the bigger companies, they have teams of people to do this, And I thought it was so, with this important information, I need to really, really, really be detailed and not miss anything, because they gave me this, they gave me a chance. You missing something and there's an oversight of something, companies could close, they can fold, and they really have. So they're entrusting you with their vision, their dreams, and their hopes. And Mass Life Sciences does a good job of giving you that experience, and that's priceless. If you do not think that you need experience, you're joking. You have, in science, you have to have experience. You could graduate top of your class, that means nothing.
When we look for an intern, we generally have something very specific in mind. And particularly with JoAn, this is a company that has primarily engineers and scientists in it. And so when we decided it was time for us to begin to put our quality systems in place as we began to move into the market, it was something that none of us had direct experience with. And so we first brought in somebody who had that experience, and that person needed help. And so we thought if we could find someone who had that kind of experience, our best chance to find that kind of a person would be through the internship program. The Mass Life Science Center was a remarkable opportunity for us. We still are a quite small company, and we are very stretched in terms of everybody has to do a lot to keep ourselves on track. Interns can be difficult for us to find because we don't have the time really to go out and to different schools and try to find an intern who would fit in and who could provide the company with as much value as the company would provide the intern. And so the Mass Life Science Center program is perfect because they are a list basically of interns online. Small companies like ours need people who understand business, who understand accounting, who understand human resources type things, who understand auditing, and who understand quality systems, as well as the engineering and science. But whatever field they're in, they have to appreciate that engineering and science because that's the fundamentals of what we do and why we're all here in the company and excited about it. Those of us at the more senior level kind of fill in wherever we need to. So I took over the quality management function for a small amount of time. And it was a dual relationship because JoAn had to teach me certain things, but what I had to give her was a way of being in the world so that there's a kind of way in which you handle yourself and which you do the day-to-day, which some ways work better than others. And I wanted her to learn those things because she clearly has the capability to be very productive. And so I wanted her to meet her full potential, and that means, you know, sitting down and talking to her about how things are written, how things get passed on, how she can best fulfill that, and holding her to very high standards. The company is Cytonome ST, and we're a company that is developing machines for processing cells. Our claim is, and our truth, is that we make cell sorting as easy and as non-difficult as we can possibly make it. So we built purpose-built machines for different kinds of cell sorting. This is important because cell sorting is increasingly an integral tool that's used in both medicine and research science. But the machines that are available have been very difficult. We have a PhD whose PhD with training was how do you build and run these machines. So our job is to take all of that complexity and hide it in the box so that the user can simply use it as a tool, like a shovel or a centrifuge, to be able to focus on what they want to learn, not how do they use this tool.